I don't trip though. Kiss my ass. I don't need nobody kissing my ass. What the hell are you talking about?
You're the bystander. You were letting the whole thing happen. The way it was handled.
Everything was wrong. I mean, believe it however you want to. I ain't tripping.
The Kardashian-Jenner family has faced many scandals, controversies, and emotional moments, but nothing could have prepared them for Corey Gamble's shocking suicide attempt. This event came after Kendall Jenner broke up with Corey, a man who had been a steady presence in her life for years. Once a figure she could rely on, Corey's sudden emotional spiral led to a desperate act that left everyone in shock. The family and fans were left questioning whether Corey's actions were a genuine cry for help or an attempt to manipulate Kendall into getting back together with him. Corey Gamble first entered Kendall's life through his long-term relationship with Kris Jenner. Over time, he built a close connection with Kendall as well. Initially, their relationship seemed to bring happiness, but it slowly became strained in recent months. There were mounting issues that made it difficult for Kendall to continue the relationship, and ultimately, she made the painful decision to end things with him. The breakup seemed to affect Corey deeply. Reports say that after the split, he became increasingly withdrawn and isolated, unable to cope with the emotional turmoil. This culminated in his alarming suicide attempt, which sent shockwaves through the family. Kendall, who was already dealing with a lot of personal challenges, now had to face the emotional weight of Corey's crisis as well. As the family works through this difficult situation, they are trying to make sense of what happened. Was Corey's behavior an honest reflection of his mental health struggles, or was it a way to control Kendall? The situation has left everyone questioning what comes next for Kendall and how the family will move forward after this tragedy. 1. Corey Gamble has made it clear that he is taking sides and offering tough love to Kendall Jenner during this difficult time. The couple faced a lot of pressure, both from personal struggles and external issues. Kendall was already dealing with the emotional pain of a miscarriage, and on top of that, her mother, Kris Jenner, revealed some shocking details about Corey's past. This made it even harder for Kendall to trust him. 2. An insider close to the family shared that the miscarriage was hard enough for Kendall to cope with, but when Kris exposed Corey's past, it was too much for her to handle. Kendall realized that she couldn't ignore the warning signs anymore. Even though she still cared about Corey, she decided to end the relationship. It was a heartbreaking decision for her, but she knew it was necessary to protect her mental health and focus on her future. The breakup sent Corey into a downward emotional spiral. Friends and people close to him reported that he became more reclusive, shutting out the people around him. He struggled to handle the situation, and his mental health seemed to deteriorate as he obsessed over the end of his relationship with Kendall. Despite everything, he continued to reach out to Kendall, asking her to reconsider. The situation raised important questions. Was Corey's reaction a genuine cry for help, or was he trying to manipulate Kendall into taking him back? This emotional turmoil has left everyone close to him concerned. Kendall, still grappling with the loss of her relationship and the emotional weight of the miscarriage, is trying to move forward while also dealing with the complexities of the situation. Corey Gamble's behavior took a drastic turn after his breakup with Kendall Jenner. People close to him began to notice that he was no longer himself. He stopped caring for himself, avoided talking to others, and became consumed with thoughts of Kendall. It seemed like he couldn't picture life without her. According to reports, Corey sent Kendall many messages begging her to reconsider the breakup. These texts were said to be full of desperation, and some even raised concerns among his close friends. In one particularly worrying message, Corey allegedly wrote, "I can't live without you, you're my everything. If you're gone, what's the point of my life?" As his emotional state worsened, those around him grew more concerned, but no one was prepared for what happened next. One evening, Corey was found unconscious in his Los Angeles home. Emergency services were called, and he was quickly taken to the hospital. While the details of the incident remain private, sources suggest that it was a suicide attempt. The paramedics arrived just in time to stabilize him and rush him to the emergency room. It was reported that Corey had left a note, but its contents have not been revealed. When the news of Corey's suicide attempt broke, it shocked the Kardashian-Jenner family. Kendall, who was already struggling with the emotional toll of the breakup and a recent miscarriage, was devastated by what had happened to Corey. Insiders say that Kendall broke down upon hearing the news. She felt an overwhelming sense of guilt, even though she knew deep down that she wasn't to blame for Corey's actions. Kris Jenner, known for her fierce loyalty to her children, took a strong stance after hearing about the incident. She has always been protective of Kendall, and now more than ever, she is determined to keep her daughter safe from any more emotional distress. While Kendall works through this difficult time, her family has rallied around her, offering support and understanding. However, as Corey continues to deal with his mental health issues, questions remain about his future and the consequences of his actions on the people he cares about. Kris Jenner has taken a strong stance against Corey Gamble following his actions. A source close to the family revealed that Kris is furious, believing that Corey's suicide attempt was not just a cry for help, but also a manipulative tactic to guilt Kendall into getting back with him. Kris is determined to keep Corey away from her daughter at all costs. She has reportedly taken steps to protect Kendall, including increasing security around her to ensure Corey cannot contact her directly. Kris is even said to have consulted with legal experts about the possibility of obtaining a restraining order or taking other protective measures. She is fully in mama bear mode, making sure Kendall's safety and well-being come first. For Kendall, this entire situation has been almost impossible to bear. The emotional toll of her miscarriage, followed by the breakup with Corey, has left her in a fragile state. Corey's actions have only added another layer of emotional pain. Kendall is doing her best to stay strong, but it's incredibly difficult. A family friend shared that Kendall has been questioning every decision she's made recently, wondering if there was something she could have done differently to prevent this from happening. Despite her own heartbreak, Kendall reportedly visited Corey in the hospital. She wanted to make sure he was okay, even though she was struggling herself. The visit was said to be very emotional, with Corey apologizing repeatedly and begging for another chance. He told Kendall that he couldn't imagine his life without her and promised to change. However, an insider shared that Kendall knows deep down that she cannot go back to him. She's trying to focus on healing and moving forward with her life. During this tough time, the Kardashian Jenner family has rallied around Kendall, offering her all the support she needs. Kylie Jenner has been especially close to her sister, spending hours with Kendall and helping her process her emotions. Kendall is slowly trying to find peace, but the road ahead is still difficult. With her family by her side, though, she is determined to keep moving forward and prioritize her own well-being. Kylie Jenner has been a strong support for her sister Kendall during this difficult time. A source shared that Kylie has been reminding Kendall that Corey's actions are not her fault and that she needs to take care of herself first. Kendall has been through a lot recently, and Kylie has been by her side, helping her through her emotional struggles. Meanwhile, Khloe Kardashian has also shown concern, not only for Kendall, but for Corey's mental health as well. Khloe, known for her empathy, has urged the family to handle the situation with understanding. She understands how hard it can be for someone in Corey's position and wants to ensure that he gets the help he needs. Even Kim Kardashian, who typically stays out of family drama, has stepped in to support her sister. A source revealed that Kim is helping Kendall see the bigger picture and reminding her that Corey's actions are not her responsibility. She has been encouraging Kendall to focus on her own well-being and not feel guilty about the situation. This support from her family has been essential for Kendall as she navigates this emotional roller coaster. As the story unfolded, many fans took to social media to share their thoughts. Some fans expressed their sadness and concern for Corey, with one writing, "This is heartbreaking. No one should feel so hopeless. I hope Corey gets the help he needs." Others expressed sympathy for Kendall, saying that she has already been through so much, first the miscarriage and now this. They believe she deserves peace and happiness. Some fans, however, criticized Corey's actions, accusing him of using his suicide attempt as a manipulation tactic. One user tweeted, "This feels like emotional blackmail." Kendall needs to stay away from Corey for her own mental health. On the other hand, some fans focused on the importance of mental health awareness, urging support for Corey's recovery. Corey is reportedly undergoing intense therapy and counseling as part of his healing process. Friends and family are encouraging him to focus on his mental health and take the time he needs to heal. A close friend of Corey shared that this is a wake-up call for him to deal with his personal issues and learn healthier ways to cope. What do you think? Should Kendall try to make amends with Corey, or is it time for her to move on?